I'm back, guys, and today I will show you how to create this interesting photo manipulation. So let's start. Hey guys, it's Nemanja and welcome to another really fun episode. Yes, I'm finally back in the studio with a new fun tutorial. For you guys who are wondering why I didn't post for a month, well, that's because I was in Philippines on vacation finally, and before that I didn't have time to record few tutorials in the front for you guys to watch while I'm there because I needed to finish some projects for clients like this book cover right here. You can check it out on Instagram too or my website if you're up to it. So Philippines, beautiful country, a lot of interesting places to see, a lot of islands, a lot of possibilities, crystal clear water. I really love it. I had a great time there, and also I did several vlogs for you guys to see how it looks like. And my first vlog is already published, you can watch it on a link right here, and few more are coming. Right guys, now without further ado, let's jump straight in Photoshop and let's start with this fun tutorial. Today we will use several different images to create our three-head lion photo manipulation. So first and most obvious is this night street view. We will use it as a background, then we will use this lion right here and two more lions for two more heads, and that's it, so only 4 images. We will start with this image right here by extracting the lion and part of the tree trunk down below. As you can see, I already extracted, I already did it just to save time for this tutorial, and for this I used quick selection tool. You can use pen tool, you can use whatever you want. In case you're not familiar how to select anything in Photoshop and later extract it, you can watch my tutorial about that right here. So now I'll just copy this layer and paste it back on our background. And now the lion is a little bit bigger than I wanted, so I'll press Ctrl Command T and just make it smaller, just a little bit smaller, reposition it somewhere here, maybe something like this, maybe just a touch bigger, let me see, something like this. I like it, so I'll press OK, and that's it. Now let's go and take 2 more heads. So as you can see, I already extracted this head too. It's really quick and sloppy work, it's not precise at all, but it will be good enough for this photo manipulation. So I will just copy this layer and paste it right here. Also, I will just right click on the layer mask and say apply layer mask because I don't need anything else from this line. And now I will zoom it, press Ctrl Command T, rotate it a little bit like this, and I need to make this smaller. So I will make it smaller and position it somewhere here. I think this is okay size, something like that. Press OK, and let me see, I will put it somewhere here, maybe a little bit more up. I'll just move it with my keyboard arrows. And now what I like to do, guys, I like to first rename the layers. This is main lion, okay, then this is left head, left on our perspective, left head lion, and we will need right center head lion, but later. Let's first finish with left head lion. So I will go and add 2 layers. I will add hue and saturation adjustment layer and maybe curves adjustment layer. I will both clip to affect only the left head lion. So to clip the layer to the layer below, just press and hold Alt or Option key on the Mac and click in between 2 layers. That's it. So now with the hue and saturation layer, I like to desaturate this a little bit and to move it towards the red, just to match the tonality of this guy right here, the main line. Also, with the curves adjustment layer, I just want to make everything darker. So as you can see, now it's much better, just to desaturate a little bit more, and we are ready to go. So we have 2 head lions right there. Also, I will go here and create a layer mask, and then I will use brush, and we can use soft round brush with maybe 20-30% opacity right here, and with the black color we can just remove and blend some parts here better. But instead of using this soft round brush, I like to use my custom made cloud dust brush because I love it. I love those imperfections here, that it will create more organic blending with this line right here. So that's what I love to do. In case you're not familiar how to create your own cloud, smoke, dust brush, you can watch my tutorial about that right here, or you can go to my website and purchase my set of these cloud dust smoke brushes for just $1. The link is down there in the description, so check it out if you're up to it. So now I will just blend this a little bit better. Okay, like that. And this is cool. Now let's go and add our third head. So I already extracted this too, as you can see. I will just copy, paste it here, and right click on this and say apply layer mask, because I don't need layer mask. But now I'll put it all the way up and clip this again, because I unclip it by pasting this layer in between these layers too. So this will be our center head lion. And of course I need to make this smaller by pressing Ctrl Command T, put it right here. Let's zoom it a little bit, maybe even smaller, something like this. I'm not sure about the size, probably this will work. Press OK, and yeah, looking good. So we will do the same. We will just select those two layers, press Alt Option key, and just drag it to copy it. Then by holding Alt Option key, clip it to this layer down below, and we are almost there. So this is almost matching the color. Now I need to add a layer mask right here, and with my cloud dust brush, smoke brush, I will just, maybe 100% opacity first, I will just go and blend this better, like this. Okay, maybe I will make this line a little bit smaller, now 30% opacity, and just blend these parts right here a little bit better. Right, I don't need this ear at all. Okay, let me see. This is nice. I will just make it tiny smaller, just a little bit. And what I like to do with a white brush on the mask, I like to bring back some parts here. Okay, I'm using brush with 30% opacity, just want to slowly build in these transitions to blend it more organically. This is nice. Of course, you can spend a little bit more time than I'm doing here, because this is just for this tutorial to be a little bit faster. And that's cool. Also here we can just blend this part a little bit better. I will show one trick how to blend it even better just in a few seconds. I will just fast forward this, guys. Alright guys, so this is it. I really love to use my cloud dust brush for this. I can bring back these parts right there, and now I'll press Ctrl Command T and just rotate this line head a little bit more like this. Okay, now let me show you one really cool trick how to blend these hairs a little bit better. So just select this center head lion and go and let me see, this smudge tool. I need the smudge tool, and just with smudge tool, I don't know, I'm using now 70 or so percent. Just make this a little bit longer, as you can see. And that's really cool. So this will be much better blended. Also for this photo manipulation, because this is only for Instagram or social networks, you don't need to waste time for such small details, but this is just me showing you how you can do it in case you need it. Alright, this is the first phase of this finish. Now what I like to do, I like to add some dodging and burning details right here, and we're done. So let's do that. Let's go and create another layer here. This will be our dodge and burn. Actually this will be our white for dodge, you will see why, and one below that will be our black. So I will select everything and press Ctrl Command G to group this line. This is left head line. It's better for me if I organize this a little bit better. Then I will group this. This is center line, and this will be main line. I will make group later. So again, new layer, this will be white. And then just create a new layer down below and name it black. Okay, so let me see. Let's start with the black on the left hand line. Why I need this black color? Just because I want to paint with the black, and of course this my cloud dust brush, but the black color I like to paint right here below. Oh sorry, this is center. And this is left. I switch it. No problem. So on the center here, I just want to paint with the black just behind this guy, just to add some kind of shadow and better transition between this line and the original line. So this is cool. And then on the white, I'll just use white color and just with the white, maybe 20% opacity. Just with the white, paint a little bit more white right here, and that's it. So I like it. Yes, it's better. Then I will do the same for other two. Let's actually not for other two, but just for this one. So white, I will just paint white right here. Okay, like this. Like the light is coming from above, and then go to black and just add this contact shadow right here with the hair. So this is cool. Also we can add some contact shadow right here, but for that we can go all the way up, maybe all the way up, and just create a new layer and put it above the group and just like this. Okay, just add some kind of border or contact shadow, but actually this won't be visible so much, but I'm showing you in case you need to do this in some other situation. This is how you can do it. Right, so this is it. Maybe if I put it here, yes, just want to organize this a little bit better. So this is it. We have our tree headline finished. Maybe this center line will be a little bit bigger, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe just a touch bigger. And yeah, I like it. I really like it. I can make it even more bigger like that. And that's it. Also guys, this is one cool tip when you're doing photo manipulations or when doing any kind of retouching. Just go unzoom it a lot, then zoom it back in, and you will have a little bit different perspective. You'll better understand if the size is proper or colors are good, contrast, etc. So this is really cool thing that I like to do all the time. Right, now that we completed our tree headline, it's time to blend it in with the background. So let's do it. There are several ways how you can blend this tree headline with the background. I also did 2 or 3 tutorials on that topic, how to blend foreground and background properly in Photoshop. You can check it out. But today I will do this a little bit differently. I will lean more on my eyes. So let me show you how this works. First, I like to collapse all these groups and select everything except the background. Press Ctrl Command G to group everything, and I will name this tree head lion. I don't like this. Lion. Okay, and now I will use first the exposure adjustment layer. I will clip it to affect only the group, and I will make everything darker. So I will make the lion darker, something like this, all right? And now what I like to do, I like to paint back some lights. I have a tutorial on how to paint light on a model in Photoshop to create different kind of lighting effect. You can check it out on the link right here. It's really cool to know these techniques. And here I will use a similar technique. I will paint back a rim light. So to do that, I will just paint on a mask. So as you can see, if I paint with the black brush here, with 100% opacity, I'm bringing back some lights, and I like to bring back this rim light, but I will do this in a really fast and precise way. So I will go here, select this line, press Ctrl or Command and click on it, and I need to select this part of this left headline head. So to do that, I will just press Ctrl Shift to get this plus icon and just click on this icon too. So I have everything selected. Let's collapse this back. And what I like to do, I like to go now to select modify contract, and I will contract this selection by maybe 5 pixels. All right, as you can see now it's 5 pixels inside the line. That's what I like to have. Now what I like to do again, go to select modify and feather, because I want to feather this selection, and I will feather, let's use 10 pixels, 10 will be okay. So I will feather by 10 pixels, and now I will invert selection, because now if I paint on the mask, I will paint on the inside part of the line. I don't like that. I want to paint on the outside part of the line, so I need to invert the selection. To invert the selection, just press Shift Control I, and that's it. As you can see, this is cool. I cannot paint inside, but I can paint outside. I will hide the selection by pressing Control Command H, because I don't want to see those merging guns. It's annoying a little bit. And now I will just go and paint here a rim light. So this is it. This is cool. You can later modify this even better. So like this here. Okay. And this is cool. I'm still using my cloud dust brush just because I love it. Also guys, for this you can use a regular soft brush. It will work perfectly too. So maybe a little bit of the rim light right here, like this, from this side of the background, and here a little bit legs, like this, maybe just touch here, and I will fast forward this. Ready guys, and this is it. As you can see, my line has like rim light, it's backlit, so I just want to fix this part right here that I don't like. On the left line here on the mask, I just want to fix this. Okay, this is much better now. Okay, the next step is to colorize this line a little bit by using another adjustment layer. It will be a gradient map. So let's do that. Let's create a new gradient map adjustment layer, clip it to affect only the line, and I like to put it in overlay blending mode, so to have a little bit more contrast. And here I will go with 2 colors, actually 3 colors. I will use for the darkest color, I will use not so dark color, but a little bit brighter and blue, maybe like this, bluish tint, right? Then for the bright color, I don't like white, but I like to use red, and maybe really bright version of this red, something like just pink reddish tint like this. And I will add another color right here, clip it, and I will go with some bluish tint right there, maybe this one, and this looks cool. Okay, so this is really cool. Before and after, yes, now the line is a little bit darker, but we will fix that. Before and after, I really like it. So I will go to this exposure layer right here. I will use brush, soft round brush, make it a little bit bigger, even bigger, and with only 5% opacity right here, I will just bring back some lightness right here, not too much, because this should be in the dark. Okay, we will see and fix that later too. And also I will add another adjustment layer, hue and saturation, and clip it to affect only the group. Of course, I will set colorize and add this bluish kind of tint right here, like this, and just lower the opacity a little bit. Right guys, this can be done in several different ways. That's the beauty of Photoshop. You can do the same thing in a ton of different ways. So today I'm showing you this way to know that this is another way how you can do it. So keep in mind that this is not the only way. And we are almost done. Now what I like to do, I like to colorize this rim light. I don't like this white, light blue rim light. I like to be like this magenta or some kind of reddish rim light, and here I like more bluish rim light to add even more lights in the mount of the line and color correct everything, and we're done. So let's do it. Let's create a new adjustment layer, actually a new solid color adjustment layer. I will use some kind of this color, right? Clip it to affect only the line. That's cool. I will go to the mask, press Ctrl Command I to invert it. And now what I like to do with a white brush, just want to paint right here with 100% opacity. Just paint right here on this. Actually, I can use the same mask. I can use this, right? And I can invert the mask, Ctrl Command I, and that's cool, but I don't like this part, so I will just erase this part of the mask. I'm using the same mask that I did for rim light that I created first time. I just inverted, and I will just put this to color dodge or color or linear dodge. Let me see, color dodge or linear dodge. Color dodge is cool. Color dodge is cool, right? And now I will paint with the black on this mask with 50% opacity because I don't like it. Maybe 20% opacity. Here is maybe too much. I don't like it too much. Here is okay. Here I don't like too much on the face of this magenta. Here I will put another color, right? Maybe 50% and just remove this. I like another color right here too. So this is cool. Okay, let me see. Here is maybe too much. And this looks cool for now. So I will create another adjustment layer, solid color, and choose another color, something like this. Clip it to affect only the lion. Of course, I will go with color dodge again, invert the mask, Control Command I, and just with the white, I just want to add another color rim light right here, and maybe here a little bit from those lights over there, but I will change the color also on the nose like this. This is cool. I really like it. So maybe here, and to mix lights right there, this will be more purplish. Okay, so I can always change the color. If I don't like the color, I can always change, as you can see, but I need to change this to something like this to match this color over there, maybe to make it even brighter, and that's cool, right? This is really, really nice for now. The next thing that I need to do is to maybe dodge it and burn it a little bit later, but now I want to add some light in the inside of the lion mount. So I will go and create another solid color adjustment layer, choose a color, probably something like this, we will see, clip to affect only this, invert, and put it in a color dodge blending mode. Now I will just paint with a white brush on the inside of the lion's mount. That's cool. Zoom it a little bit. I will probably use a brighter color, something like this, and more for this type of color, right? And just quickly paint, and then later I'll fix everything. Just first paint here on the inside part of the mount, and on this teeth right here. Okay, I want to get rid of this one right here. Okay, and from these things here, okay, I'll add a little bit later those details. Okay, and I want to add some light here. Okay, like this. That's cool. And now what I like to do, I like to use maybe 20% opacity brush and just add those on the teeth right here. Like teeth are catching these lights. Okay. And this tooth right there, like this one here, so the outer side will not have this definitely. But inside, I'll have this, probably something like that. Okay, we can make everything brighter inside of the mount, if we want. So let me see. Change the color. Make it brighter, not too much. Like that. Also, what we can do, we can create a new layer and put it in, again, color dodge or screen blending mode. Let's use screen blending mode. Let me show and sample the same color with, when you hold Alt or Option key on a brush, you can just sample any color on the screen. So I will sample this one, 10% opacity, and just like this. Like, we can do this if you like. If you're up to it, you can do this. I can clip to affect only this part here, there. Let me see, not bad, not bad. We can do that. We can even lower the opacity if it's too much, too bright. I don't know, depends of your taste. So this is cool. Also, what I like to do now, I like to paint on the tail. So we need again to make a selection of the lion. Let's create a new layer. Let's go all the way down, press and hold Control or Command key, click on the lion, and we will have this selection. I will create a mask with this selection. And now what I like to do, I like just to go and just with lasso tool make these kind of selections, fill it with the foreground color. To fill with the foreground color, you need to press Alt or Option key on a Mac and backspace. So that's it. Deselect by pressing Control Command D. Then again, this. I just want to create like a glowing tail. It's cool. You don't need to do it, but this is just small detail. There's nice option just for you to know that this something that, oops, I don't like that maybe. And yeah, this is cool. I really like it. Also, I can now right click and go apply layer mask because I don't need it anymore. I can double click on a layer and then I can just go with outer glow and I can choose the color. So it's this one, right? And I can play with these settings. I like this to glow a little bit more. I can set normal. I can set to I don't know, color dodge if I like, but I don't like. I can set lighten. Lighten is cool. Screen is same like lighten, so probably something like this. Yes, I will press OK. So I really like it. Also, I can make this like it's almost transparent, so I can create a new layer, clip it to affect only this. So this is tail light. Okay, clip it to affect only that and choose the darker version of this color. So I just go here on brightness and just make it darker. And guys, now I will create something like this. I will just paint with 100% opacity brush. As you can see, I will use a harder brush, not so hard, maybe around 60 or so. I can just paint like this. So to have impression that this is actually transparent. As you can see, this part of the tail, maybe here will be maybe just this part a little bit visible, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, like that. Then here it will be more, then here even more, like this, maybe here, nothing here, this part, because its tail, it's turned towards the us, something like this. So this is an option, guys. If you want, you can do this. If you don't like it, don't do it. Just me showing you all the possibilities. That's cool. You can always lower the opacity. Maybe this won't be so bright, so transparent, maybe something like that. You can also go with complete white color and just add something like this. Also, I can do that on a separate layer, so I can just clip it to affect only that and put in a screen blending mode, overlay actually. Just some kind of reflection here and there. why not? So this is cool. This is just an option too, or go to normal and lower the opacity, and that's it. Or you can just delete it if you don't like it. Right guys, now it's time to play with some colors. So this is it for the moment. And now what I like to do, maybe I don't like the tail too much, I can go right here and just with maybe 10, 20 or 10% opacity, just remove this pinkish light from the tail, just a touch. Okay, now maybe it's better, I'm not sure, that's something that you need to decide, but this is cool. And now guys, what I like to do, I like to group everything, not to group actually, but to merge everything together with the famous keyboard shortcut key Shift Ctrl Alt T or Shift Command Option E on a Mac. And now we have everything in new layer. And now I like to go to filter and camera raw filter, and here we will do a little bit of color correction. So I like to go to this calibration tab and just play with the colors. So I like to add more magenta here and to saturate this a little bit. Yeah, to play with the blues, and also reds towards the right to add more bluiness to the photo. So this is cool. Before and after, yeah, a little bit more like that. Then we can go to vignetting, add a little bit more vignetting. Then we can go here, and I like to add some bluish tint to the shadows, something like this. And I will just balance it more towards the shadows. And now on the highlights, I like to add this reddish tint, maybe more magenta, like this part of the spectrum. That's cool, I really like it. Also I can go here and sharpen it a touch, not too much, it's a rhyme, and then add a little bit more clarity because I like it. Also open the shadows a little bit, add a little bit more contrast, maybe not too much, just a touch. And yeah, we can saturate it to make a lot crazy or less, depends how you want it. And you can play with the clarity. Also guys, we can do something like this. We can press OK. All right, and then we can go to filter, Nik Color FX Pro. This is the plugin that I really love it. I use it all the time in all my photo manipulations, and it was free. I got it when it was free, but now maybe you can find it somewhere free, but now again it's something that you need to pay for. So I can go to Pro Contrast just to add some kind of dynamic contrast a little bit, oops, like this. And also I like to add another filter, and that's Detail Extractor, but not too much, just a touch. Not too much, just a touch. This is cool. Also I don't like so saturated. And I will press OK. Let me see. Wait a few moments for Photoshop to apply this Nik Color FX Pro, and then we will tweak this with layer mask. So I will add a layer mask, and I will just use soft round brush with a black color, 20% opacity, and just want to tweak it here. And this is it, guys. We can make this line a little bit darker. Maybe this part, I don't want to affect this part too much, but basically this is really nice. So let me see, before and after color correcting, I really like it. Maybe a little bit more towards cyan, but it's all up to you. Right guys, that's it for today. I really hope that you like this tutorial and that you learn some new cool and interesting tips and tricks from this one that you can apply on your future work. Just practice, experiment, have fun, and enjoy the ride, and you will be better and better. Also guys, if you like this episode, if you appreciate this content, just press that like button down below, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and also ring that bell icon to be notified about all the future episodes. So if you have any questions regarding to this tutorial, just leave it down there in the comment section below. I will be glad to answer it. If you want to help me to make this channel even bigger and better, you can do that by visiting my Patreon page. You can support me there, and also you will get some things in return. Right guys, have fun and see you soon in my next episode. Bye bye.